Hey everyone, how's it going? So I realized that I haven't done a commentary or anything like that on this channel in quite a long while, but it's that time of the year again. Big E3 is roaring up. The event is right around the corner, and I thought that this was the perfect time and opportunity to talk about some of the things that we can all possibly expect to see at Microsoft's big E3 presser on all things Halo. So, while I talk about all of this, I'm going to have a match of Slayer on Pegasus playing in the background for you guys and gals to enjoy. So, the match is somewhat of a slow burner, but I think I got some pretty sweet sniper kills that you might enjoy or not, but I'll leave that up to you. So, anyways, let's jump right into it. So, E3, right? It's quite possibly the biggest time of the year for us gamers. There's, of course, there's smaller events like Gamescom and other smaller things that go around the year, but E3 is the event where everything's shown off, right? So we get to see the best of gaming from all the major players in the industry and market having to go at it over the course of a very short period of time, showcasing to the world all of the newest and greatest gaming things that are yet to come. So last year, rewind the clocks back a bit. Of course, we saw Halo 5, the biggest exclusive that has hit the Xbox One in 2015. That was showing off. That was given the spotlight in last year E3's Microsoft Xbox E3 presser. And it was pretty great. It was fun, right? So we saw the beginnings of Warzone, a mode in Halo 5 that has truly become, in my honest opinion, one of the best things about the franchise. One of the really awesome things to be introduced into the franchise ever since the ODST's introduction of Firefight mode, right? So, while the campaign for the Halo 5, hopefully most of you will play that. It's a bit lacking in execution, innovation, and length. But, in my opinion, the multiplayer side of things more than makes up for Halo 5 shortcomings, right? I've sunken a ton of hours into Halo 5, about possibly 3 to 4 times more than I sunk into Halo 4, and that's saying something. Um, you know, so Warzone, the highly polished and refined gameplay mechanics, and free updates are the big highlights here. The game has received several free content updates since release, and we can expect that trend to continue throughout the summer and possibly throughout the remainder of the year. The remainder of the year thing, it's not 100% guaranteed, but looking at from a post that NeoGAF made by 343's Frankie suggests that we will be seeing content updates throughout the remainder of the year. So, again, take that with a grain of salt, but it's been unofficially confirmed. So, yeah. Moving on. With that in mind, let's talk about what Halo content we can expect to see at E3. So first off, the Halo 5 updates. Apparently, the June Halo 5 update is leaning more towards the chunky bit. It's going to be pretty big, teased by 343. There's going to be a lot of things packed into it. The firefight mode, which we have already had a beta for it. It was fun. There's a few things that needed to be ironed out, and I'm pretty sure they're working on it, or it has been worked on it. And other things such as new maps, modes, new rec stuff. Obviously, that's all going to be included in the June update. So, maybe at E3, they're going to show off maybe like a montage trailer of all the upcoming updates, all the stuff that's going to be included in Halo 5 post-release. Just a way of reassuring fans that, support for Halo 5 is still going strong, right? So, it's just update trailer. But one surefire guarantee is Halo Wars 2. Right, so the game has been announced to see a release date during the fall/winter 2016 timeframe, and that usually means that E3 is the perfect time to show off the game. Last year we saw the first trailer for the game. It showed off a CGI-based trailer featuring an intimate battle between what looked to be the Brute Chieftain and Red Team. But more specifically, it was a wounded Douglas that was being dragged across the floor in a firefight. For those of you who are lore fanatics or are really into the Halo War story, you know what I'm talking about. If you aren't, if you are interested, there's a lot of great Halo channels out there that'll get you caught up to speed. Halo canon, you can wiki this stuff, but no gameplay has yet been shown off for the game, and E3 is definitely the perfect event to do this. But of course, we can expect to see a strategy game with really awesome, big, epic, massive battles, a lot of action, great story with great CGI into the story as you saw in Halo Wars number 1, which is released way back in the 360's life cycle. However, the interesting thing to note here is that while the first game was developed by the now shuttered Ensemble Studios, Halo Wars 2 is actually being developed by Sega-owned Creative Assembly, a studio that is most well known for their Total War series. So this is an entirely new studio, right? That isn't to say that the studio hasn't possibly gobbled up some of former Ensemble Studios developers in its course of history run, but it'll be interesting to see how this new studio manages to develop Halo Wars 2, right? So, if you're a fan of the Total Wars games, then I guess you're in for a treat. If you've never played their game, and if you haven't played Halo Wars 1, then again, that's what E3 is all about. We're going to be able to see some gameplay, see how it's all coming along. It's going to be fun. Right, so while Halo Wars 2 will probably take up the majority of the Halo showcase, rightfully so, considering that the game is releasing for Windows 10 and Xbox One this fall, there's always a possibility of a wild card. Could we see a Halo 6 teaser? A trailer for a Halo spin-off title? Possibly. It's important to keep your expectations in check for an event like this. 343 probably wants most of the attention going to titles that are releasing soon, and the studios and Microsoft over there probably don't want another heavy-hitting Halo title that is most likely not coming out for at least another year or so, soaking up the spotlight from Halo Wars 2, a game that is just around the corner. Could we possibly see a Halo 6 teaser? Yeah, it could happen, definitely, but the possibility of that happening is pretty slim in my honest opinion. We'll see what happens, but I could obviously be completely wrong, and we'll see like a full-fledged thing going on for Halo 6, but if not, we'll see. But in any case, this E3 should be pretty exciting. New Xbox hardware stuff, they've been teasing the heck out of it. New Windows 10 announcements, integration between Windows 10 and Xbox, and other game announcements and trailers. I'm especially looking forward to Gears of War 4, Halo Wars 2, as we already talked about, Sea of Thieves, Pirates. The trailer that Rare showed off for the game looked really great last year. ReCore, a game that is being developed by some incredibly talented people and being written and spearheaded by a former Halo writer that worked on the original trilogy back when Bungie used to develop the Halo games. Scalebound, also being developed by really great people. Dragons, co-op Dragons, you can't really go wrong with that. So hopefully all these games end up releasing well and scoring well, and hopefully the gamers attend to that. But and a whole bunch more titles that if I were to list them all out here, I could go on and on. But all in all, I can't wait. Let me know how you feel and what games or announcements that you're most looking forward to. It doesn't have to necessarily be exclusively about Xbox or Microsoft stuff. If you're a Sony fan, if you have a PS4, if you're into Nintendo stuff, or if you just have all these consoles and you're gushing with excitement, and you want to just show off how you feel, sound off in the comments below. I hope you enjoy the gameplay and my short or rant/commentary, and I hope to see you guys all again soon. Hopefully, if you're on summer break, happy summer. If you have work, if you have school going on, summer school, or whatever it is, good luck in your affairs. And I bid you all great goodbye. I'll see you guys later, all right? Peace out.